Hello, 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 everybody. That's it, Tuesday. No, that's it, Thursdays. Double Trouble Tuesday. I'm losing it. Hi, everybody. Check in and say hi. Go lay down, please, puppy. Go lay down. Go lay down. Hello, 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 everybody. Say hi. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Say hi. If you're painting with me, say hi and let me know who you are if you're painting with you and a friend or a daughter or a loved one. Whichever. Whichever. Hi, Jane. Hello, Jane. Hello, 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 everybody. No, Jane, I cannot answer questions at 2 minutes before 5 o'clock, sweetheart. So, next time, text me a little earlier. Once I start the live, I can't answer any questions, guys. So, if you need to get in touch with me, you have to do it at least by like quarter of. Hi. All right, Christina. Awesome. Iris is going to be here. Great, great. Good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Christina, I will miss you. Enjoy the replay. And hello to Jane. Jane is out there today. Iris is joining us. Hi, Iris. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Hello, everybody. We're going to be gnoming around. Yes, we are. It's too cute. Double Trouble Tuesday. So if you're putting 2 canvases as one, let me know, and then I'll do the instructions for that. If you're not, then we'll just go straight as it's 1 canvas, okay? So I'm waiting for more people to log on, and we'll get started. And I'm going to pour my paint. Same paint every party. Every party. Black, white, red, yellow, and blue. Same paint every party. Using lots of brushes today. Today is going to be Big Boy. 1-inch flat. Big Fluffy. He's about a 3/4 inch old bristle brush. Medium Fluffy. He's a little bit smaller old bristle brush, so it gets nice and fluffy. We have Mini Me. He is a small flat. Looks just like Big Boy, except he's tiny. He's to fill in the smaller spaces. He's our crayon. And we have Tiny for the details. Okay? So, get your stuff together. I'm going to get my stuff together. And we'll be all set for Friday. At first I said it was Thursday. Now I'm saying it's Friday. It's Tuesday. Double Trouble Tuesday. Blech. So, hi Iris. Hi Jane. Waiting for a few more to check in, okay? Hi, Magna. All right, Magna. Hello, everybody. If you're out there, say hi. So far, I see Jane, I see Iris, and I see Magna. Who else is out there? I wonder who. Hi, Cinder. All right, sounds good, Cinder. I hope you enjoyed your lunch. Hope you enjoyed your lunch. We're going to be gnoming around today. That's what we're doing. Gnoming around. If you're doing double canvas, let me know for Double Trouble Tuesday, and I'll do the double canvas instructions. If no one's doing double canvas, then we could just do it as a straight painting. So give me a heads up if you're doing a double canvas. All right. Hi, everybody. Hello. Butters is behaving. Let's say hi to our buddy. There he is. Say hi to our buddy. Hi, Butters. Hi. So he's behaving. He's being a good boy. Hi, Jean. Hi. So, same colors as every week. Brushes, I already went through them. Let's go over cleaning them. So, brushes go in your water. Do not clean them unless I instruct you to. Again, a 1-inch flat, big boy, large fluffy, medium fluffy, and tiny for the details, and a mini me. So, to clean your brushes, you simply swirl it in the water. The more you swirl, the cleaner it'll get. You tap it on the side of your cup and dab on your paper towel. When you dab, you want to dab in the direction of your brush. So this way you don't mess up your bristles, okay? So when I want you to clean your brush, I will say swirl, tap, dab. Okay? Easy enough? Easy enough. All right, to give you a heads up, for That's It Thursday, I have a little surprise for somebody. It's not finished yet, but there is a little surprise. And for Friday, the pictures you'll be choosing from for Majority Wins Friday is, again, the unicorn. And this is going to be the third one. Could be nice if I was right side up. So that is going to be your third choice. And again, this one is the other direction, so let's turn it around. And the teacups. So for Majority Wins Friday, teacups, flower trio, or unicorn. That's Majority Wins Friday. For That's It Thursday, we're going to be learning how to paint animals. So, like I said, it's not finished yet, but on deck is the rainbow tiger. So, that is on deck for Thursday. I will get that finished tonight. So, That's It Thursday is going to be all about painting animals. Hello, Cinder. Hi, Michelle. Magna, did you see it? Did you miss it? You like the flowers? You want the unicorn? Did you see Thursday's painting? I said it's not finished yet. But somebody's getting a rainbow tiger for That's It Thursday. So, if you are watching, say hello so I could talk to you, because I talk to everybody. You guys already know that. Jane, Iris, Magna, and Cinder totally know that. That's all I know that who's on here with me. If you're doing a double canvas painting, You're welcome, sweetheart. If you're doing a double canvas painting, let me know, and I will do the instructions for that. If no one's doing a double canvas, then we'll go straight through with it being a single canvas. Okay, so yes, Magna, I am going to finish your tiger up this evening, and it'll be posted for, that's it, Thursday. We're going to learn all about painting animals. Yes. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I think somebody's excited. All right, so get your stuff together. I'm ready when you are. All right, single for you. Thank you, Cinder. Thanks for the heads up. Thank you so much for that. So we are holding our canvases horizontal today. Horizontal. We're holding our canvases horizontal today. It could help if I move the brushes out of the way. So take a good look. Take a good look. We're gnoming around. We're gnoming around today. And let me know when you guys are ready. Let me know when you guys are ready to go. Lots of little details in this one. We're going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait. So, canvases straight across today. Straight across. So, it's your party. You guys let me know when you're ready to go. You like that? I'm a poet now, too. I'm a poet. I'm a painter. Telling you, all sorts of skills going on over here. So, that's it. Thursday will be at 5. In 2 days, we are going to be painting a rainbow tiger. And majority wins Friday. You will have the choice to vote between the flower trio, the unicorn, and the teacups. Hi, Tracy. Good to see you, love. Sounds good, Cinder. Sounds good. What were their names? Fluffy, Muffy, and something? I know when we did the squirrel and the rainbow tree, you told me. I forgot their names, though. Hi, Tracy. Yes, she does. Cinder feeds squirrels. She has squirrels up where she lives, Magna. So, I have Jane, Iris, Magna, and Cinder. Sounds good to me. Let me know when you guys are ready. Cinder's feeding squirrels. Magna just came in from Taekwondo. Jane's ready. How you doing, Iris? And everybody else watching? How you guys doing? Hit those likes and hearts. Tell me you're ready. I might have a little bit of lag today. So we're doing the gnomes. You are all good, Magna. You are all good, as always. Alright, no one's talking to me, so I'm going to start. Big boy. Starting with big boy. Swirl, tap, dab, big boy. So we'll tap that big boy, and you are going to start off with one of our favorite combinations. White, yellow, and a little bit of red. White, yellow, and a little bit of red. And you are going to do this across your canvas. White, yellow, and a little bit of red. Hi, Cynthia. You ready? Awesome. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome, welcome, sweetheart. Okay, so white, yellow, and a little bit of red. If it's too dark, add more white and yellow. So you're simply just doing this across your canvas. Easy peasy. White, yellow, and a little bit of red. That's alright. We're going to start. Cinder will be able to catch up. You guys have plenty of time. You know that. So, if you're getting this, grab more paint. If you're getting these, those are brush strokes. One end to the other. Smooth it out. Hey, Megna, guess what? Hey, Megna, guess what, sweetie? Welcome to the family, Cynthia. Guess what, Megna? Jane's painting today, Megna. Jane is painting with us. So, white, yellow, and a little bit of red. It's one of my favorite color combos. And you're going to do this so about one hand off the bottom. So, my canvas is a 16 by 20. 20 this way, 16 down. If you're working, Jane's painting with us. Jane, who's usually on here and talks, and she lived in the city. She's painting with us today. She's actually painting. So if you're working on a smaller canvas, adjust accordingly. When I say one hand up, that's on a that's on a 16 by 20. So if you're working on like an 11 by 14, you want to do like maybe 4 fingers up instead. So adjust accordingly. White, yellow, and red. Just a little bit of red. And it's your sky. You can make it as dark or as light as you want it. One of my favorite color combinations to blend all together. So you just put all those colors on your brush and see where it flies. See where it flies. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Cinder. They're changing the scenery, Cinder. They're changing the scenery around. We just started with one of my favorite color combos, Cinder. White, yellow, and a little bit of red straight across. Straight across. Till about one hand up. One hand up, Magna. One hand up. Leave this empty. Everybody say hi to Cynthia. She's here from Ontario. And say hi to Iris. She's here too from New Hampshire. Christina's going to watch the replay. Those squirrels are just moving all sorts of stuff around, Cinder. I was talking to my friend today on the phone, and she was watching a squirrel climb up to get to her hummingbird feeder. And I was telling her the story about a squirrel that I had. I had a feeder that was on the scallops of my awning. And, like, it wasn't really accessible. And about 3 or 4 feet away, I have the railing to my steps for my front door. And this squirrel literally leapt from the railing 3 to 4 feet up to the scallops on the little loopy things on my awning and did like a monkey bar crawl across every one to get to the feeder. And I just watched him the whole time, this ninja squirrel. And you know what? I was like, you earned it, bro. You can have anything you want. Doing all of that. That sounds awesome, Cinder. You guys are texting so fast, I can't even catch up. Alright, you guys, Magna's got it. She'll let you know. Whatever you're talking about, she'll let you know. Your sky, your colors, do whatever you want. If you're getting more pink, you just add more white and yellow if you want it more peachy. That's all. Yeah, they are. Like I said, Cinder, I was like, you can have it. You did all that effort, you can have it. If you guys want to paint your sides, paint your sides. It's all good. Now, you want to make sure you're leaving room for your house and your gnomes. Okay, so you go, like I said, about 1 hand up from the bottom. One hand up from the bottom. Yeah, Iris and Cynthia, if you have any questions, you could, I'll answer you, but Megna's got you too. I know. She said she was busy. Christina said she had something to go do, and the last party you weren't there and she was here, so hopefully you guys get connected soon. These are my favorite, one of my favorite color combos to blend all together. Very simple. White, yellow, and a little bit of red, but it does the most amazing things. You can't go wrong. You can do a whole painting just with those colors. Alright, and when you're done with that, you're just going to grab your blue. So, you don't have to clean your brush, go right in the blue. Thank you, Magna. And you're going to make your green on the bottom, so blue and yellow. And some white. Blue, yellow, and white. Blue, yellow, and white. That's it. No need to even clean the brush because the blue is so dark. And there's Butters saying hi. There he is. So, blue, yellow, and white. And you can put that, you know, like I said, you pull your brush nice and flat and go straight across. You'll get a pretty straight line. The faster you go, the straighter it'll be. Faster you go, the straighter it'll be. That's right. That's right. Faster you go, the straighter it'll be. So, instead of grabbing the red now, we're just grabbing the blue, yellow, and white. Well, we'll be here again Thursday, Iris, at 5, so maybe you and Christina can get together then. We're going to be painting a tiger. Right, Magna? I'll post the event as soon as I finish the tiger tonight. He's almost done. He's almost done. Your puppy's coming home soon, Magna? That's cool. That's cool. Maybe Butters and him can do a virtual play date. So blue, yellow, and white. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions for me ever, and it's about 15 minutes before the party starts, messaging me really doesn't work, because once I have to set up the live, and once I hit that button, I can't answer. So if you notice, sometimes we're doing these videos and my phone will start beeping. That's somebody messaging me, and I feel bad, but I can't answer. So if you ever have any question for, you know, the party coming up tonight or whatever, just make sure you message me minimum 15 minutes before I start. Yeah, that would be pretty fun, right? Alright. So, once you have that, you're going to grab your blue and your yellow, and you want to make sure it's nice and thin on the tip of your brush. So if you have to wipe your brush off on your paper towel because it's all globby, do so. So you're going to grab your blue and your yellow and make sure it's nice and thin on the tip of your brush. And you're going to hold your brush up and down like this. And you're going to go on this side and this side. And it's the old flick up. Remember? So you just put your brush onto the canvas and do a flick upwards. And you're going to make all these little grass blades. And you want to do that about hand and a half, 2 hands in. If you go too far, it's okay. We'll just cover it. So all I'm doing is putting blue and yellow on my brush, making sure the brush is nice and flat, and we're just flicking up. Put it onto the canvas, nice and flat, straight up and down, and just flick upwards. That's it. That's all you're doing. Both sides. Both sides. Right? Look at that. Right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You guys already painted a sky and a lawn. That wasn't hard, was it? No. We got this. We got this. So you just hold your brush straight up and down. You hold it back here and you just do a little flick. You put it onto where the grass is and you just flick. That's it. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Nothing hard with that, right? Nothing hard with that. Okay. And then we're going to make our brown. So, you can take your nice dirty brush with this blue and this yellow and this green and whatever the heck is going on your brush. And you're just going to grab your red. And you're going to grab your dirty white that you just made a mess out of, right? Because we pull from the sides so we don't make a mess. And you're going to grab your yellow. And you're going to mix it all together with this nice dirty brush. And if it's not dark enough, just grab some more blue. And you will get a brown. Or you can grab a little black, that works too, but just a little bit. So you get red, yellow, white, a little bit of brown, or a little bit of brown, little bit of black, or a little bit of blue, and you will get a brown. Might have to play with it a little bit. If it's looking purpley, add more yellow. Might have to play with it a little bit, but you will get a brown, I guarantee you. I guarantee you will get a brown. Playing with all those colors, like I said, you might have to play with it a little bit, but you will get a brown. We're just going to be mixologists today. You know, and that's if you want your little gnome house to be brown. You might not want it brown. You might want it some other color. It's your house. Make it any color you want. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. So, you're going to mix all that together. And you will get some sort of brown. Which is fine. Mine's like a purpley brown, but I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to roll with it. And then you just take that brush you made a mess out of and wipe off all the globbies. Right? Because we just made a mess out of that brush. And you're going to grab that brown paint that you just made. And you're going to start with your brush nice and flat against the canvas. Find your center. Right? Find your center. Put a little mark where you want, how high you want your little gnome house to be in the center. And you're going to go from that mark and pull your brush nice and flat. And just pull down at an arch. Then grab more paint. Pull your brush nice and flat. And come down like an arch. That's it. Just like that. You made a little gnome house. Just like that. Right? Color it in. So, hi Tom. So as you fill it in, and you're going to go over your grass line. That's fine. And as you fill it in, you could always fix your shape. So if your shape didn't come out exactly the way you want it to, no worries. You could fix it now as you fill it in. You can fix it now as you fill it in. That's all. Hi, Holly. Thank you so much for sharing. What's up, girl? We're making gnomes today. We're getting down with the gnomes. And Thursday is going to be a rainbow tiger. So, hey, girl. So, that's it. Just like that. You made a gnome house. Just like that. And you don't have to worry about the top being perfect or the sides being perfect, because we're going to cover it with moss, so don't worry about it. When you're done with that, you can wipe off Big Boy and put him in your water. So, we painted all that, and we're finally going to clean our brush. Guess who doesn't like to do the dishes? Thank you for sharing, Holly. Guess who doesn't like to do the dishes? This girl. And I made such a mess making that brown, I gotta grab more paint. Because I made a big old mess. I made a big old mess. You guys aren't surprised about that, right? You're not surprised that I made a big old mess, are you? Because of course I made a big old mess. I wouldn't be me if I didn't make a big old mess. Yep, so when you're done with all that, put Big Boy in the water. And you let me know when you're ready to go. You let me know when you're ready to go. Right, Butters? You are, Magna? That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. As long as we clean up after ourselves, that's all that matters, right? It's all that matters. All that matters. So we have Jane, who's in New Jersey, and she used to live in the city. And we have Iris from New Hampshire, and Magna, I actually forget where you're from, and Cinder's up in Massachusetts, and Cynthia's in Ontario. And somehow or another, we all get together and make a painting family. So I love every minute of it. And so does this. So does this guy right there. That guy right there. Yeah, he's a good boy. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So, you guys let me know when you're done with all that. Big Boy's in the water. And we'll move on. And we'll move on. Cinder's got squirrels that move stuff around. There you go. Somerset, New Jersey. See, I totally forgot. I knew you were New Jersey. I just forgot. Because I remember you saying you grew up in the city with Hamsini, but I forgot where you said you moved to. That works. That works. Bless you, Butters. Bless you. See? Just like that, guys, you made a beautiful sky, grassy area with grass, and a gnome house. Just like that. And the next step, we're going to swirl, tap, dab Big Boy. The next step, we're swirl, tap, and dabbing Big Boy. We're getting all that mess out of him we just made making our brown. There you go. So, we're going to see the more you swirl. You hear me swirling over here? I'm swirling and swirling and swirling. The more you swirl, the cleaner he'll get. You give him a good tap. And then you dab him. And you want your bristles to be wet but not dripping. So, see? But see all that swirling? And all that uckiness is out. And he's back to being a nice, flat brush for us again. Okay? Back to being a nice flat brush. So we swirl tap that Big Boy, and we're going to pull our paint from the sides, right? So you don't waste the whole thing. And we're going to grab just black, And you're going to put it just on the tip of your brush, and then you're going to wipe it nice and flat on your palette or your plate or whatever you're working with. Nice and flat. See? So black paint just on the tip of the brush, nice and flat. And we're going into these two corners over here. So, what you're going to do, starting on this corner, is you want to hold it like back here, a little loosey-goosey. Have a little control, but a little loosey-goosey with the brush. Haha, so get a drink. And a little loosey-goosey, but a little control. And you're going to hold your brush completely perpendicular to canvas. Straight on. And horizontal. So horizontal, straight on. And you're going to come off of your edge. And you're just going to pull. And the faster you pull, the thinner it'll be. You're just going to pull and then let off. That's it. So, nice thin amount of paint, holding the brush back here, straight onto the canvas. Faster you go, thinner it'll be, and you pull. And then you want to work off that spot where you pulled and pull out another one. More paint, flatten out the brush. More paint, flatten out the brush. And then you could follow along what you already did and pull out from there. And then you could put ones going up this way. You could put some going down that way. So you just follow along the ones you already made and pull. And if you mess one up, don't worry. You can cover it later. The whole trick is thin, flat brush and holding it towards the back. Hi, Gail. And working off what you already made. And the tiny, tiny ones we do with the tiny, tiny brush. So you're going to do that on that side, and you're going to do it on this side. Black paint. Wipe it off nice and flat. Hold towards the back of your brush. Completely perpendicular to canvas. Horizontal. Couple inches off from the top, and pull. That's it. And then you go along what you already made and pull off of there. That's it. That's all you need to do. And just like that, you have tree branches. Just like that. And if you want to make an extra one, make an extra one. Go ahead. Your garden. Your forest. Doesn't matter to me. And if you mess one up, don't worry. We'll cover it later. We'll cover it later. When you're done with that, hi Gail, miss you guys. When you're done with that, you can pull the paint off a big boy and put them in your water. So, yeah, Magna, you're probably really thirsty. Get yourself some water. You had Taekwondo today. So, everybody good? Am I going too fast? Let me know. If I'm going too fast, just let me know. Nobody's talking to me, so I'm just going to keep painting until somebody goes, stop! Hi, Sharu. Hi. Welcome. Welcome, Sharu. Am I saying that right? Sharu? I'm a name botcher. Ask Magna. How long did it take me to get Hamsini right? Hello. Welcome to the family, Sharu. Welcome. Hi, Seraphin. Miss you guys, too. I hope you're painting with us. If you guys missed it, you can always get the replay. It's always, always, always on my business page. Swirl, tap, dab, large, fluffy when you're done. And when you dab Fluffy, Fluffy is just an old beat up bristly brush. I love you, Cinder. Stop! That's what you need to do, because I'll just keep going and going and going. Okay, so the colors are always the same for every party, Sharu. Every single party I do the same colors. Right, and every single party I do the same colors. It's always yellow, red, and blue. That's known as the primary colors. You can make any color out of the book. Black and white. My brushes are a 1-inch flat, a tiny for details, a small flat brush to fill in little spaces, and my fluffies are just old beat up brushes. So when you swirl, tap, dab Fluffy, you want to mash him into your paper towel and he gets nice and fluffy. So doing that, any paint you find is fine, Sharu. You're fine. So, I have to get more paint. There you go, Magna. You tell him. You tell him. I had to get more yellow because I messed mine all up with the brown. Good job, Magna. I'm telling you, you're going to put me out of a job once you turn of age. So once you have Fluffy all nice and fluffy, you're just going to grab yellow and blue and white. Not much paint. Don't kerplunk, Fluffy. Yellow, blue, and white. And then you want to dab, dab, dab them off on the side so all those colors get mixed in there. Yellow, blue, and white. So all those colors get mixed in there. And on the top and around your little gnome house, you're just going to smush. That's all you're going to do. And you can add more blue and you can add more yellow. It's completely up to you. Completely up to you. But all you're doing is smushing around the whole house. Aw, thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Magna. So all you're doing is smushing around this house. Going into the house, going up around the ceiling. White, blue, and yellow. White, blue, and yellow on your Fluffy. And you just dab. All you're doing is dabbing. Nothing tricky there. Nothing tricky there. The more you dab, the more blended it'll get. The less you dab, the more you'll have the separation of color. You could always go in and grab just blue on your brush and dab with that a little bit, and then grab just yellow on your brush and dab with that a little bit. It'll give you all different types of colors going on. If it's getting mushy, that means you have too much paint on your brush. If it's getting really mushy and not really doing anything but smearing on there, wipe out your excess paint. Give it a good fluff and start over. If you're winding up with mush and it's not really doing anything spectacular, keep smearing. That's what you need to do. And then dab, dab, dab on the side. And once you take all the globs out of him, he should make really cool things happen. So, you guys just play. If you want your grass to be more blue, make it more blue. If you want it more green, make it more green. Hi, Nancy. You watching today, sweetie? Okay, so that's it. So we're just putting our fluffy little grass around our house. That's all. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. And the more you fluff, the more it'll blend. If you like the different colors, stick and move. 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 That's it. That's it. And when you're done with that, put Fluffy in the water. Alright, sounds good. I always love your company, so you can, sounds good. Sharu, are you painting with us today, or are you just watching and asking questions, being a beginner? Nancy, you could always watch, and if you ever want to paint it, you know where to find the replays. Alright, once you're done with that, you're going to take out a mini-me. 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 He is a small flat brush. Mini-me. And that brown that you made, you want to make it either darker or lighter. Your choice. You want to make it either darker or lighter. Oh, good. Now, how do I say your name? Aishwarya? Aishwarya. Aishwarya. I'm so sorry. I am so bad with names. It's absolutely awful. So, if I botch your name, I apologize. Sharu, I hope I'm saying yours right. Sarafin, stop laughing at me. And, Aishwarya. Ooh, is that right? That sounded right. Aishwarya? Is that right? Aishwarya? I'm really bad. Let me know if that's good. Or if you have a nickname. That works too. It's ice with a sh. So like Aish. Aishwarya. Aishwarya. How about I just... Aishwarya. You know what? I'm going to call you Ice Baby from now on. Because... Ash. See, you got it, girl. I'm going to call you Ash. Either Ash or Ice Baby. You tell me which one. Welcome to the family, sweetie. Welcome to the family. I'm glad you're having a good time. Ash is pretty, right, Cinder? Alright, so you want to take your brown paint, either make it lighter or darker. Ice Baby, that's all I could think of. Aishwarya. Yeah, Magna, that didn't help. Oh, you definitely belong in this family, Ash. Definitely. Ash, you definitely belong here, so I'm so glad you joined us. So glad you joined us. Hi, Amy. How you doing, love? Alright, so you're going to take that brown paint, and I'm going to make it a little darker by adding some black. Okay, so you want to just make yours darker or lighter, so your choice. Add white or add black. It's up to you. And I'm using Mini-Me. And right in the center of my house, here's my center, so I'm going to mark my little center with a dot. And just like I did the house, I'm going to go swoop down one side and swoop down the other. That's it. Color it in. Color it in. All I did was make my brown darker, so I added a little black to my brown, Magna. That's all I did. Then I found the center of my house. I put a little mark, and I swoop down this way, and I swoop down that way, and now I'm coloring it in. I'm making my door. Making my door, that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. That wasn't hard, was it? Making a gnome door, making a gnome house. Yes, that's what we're doing. Of course I gotta do the swoop noise. You'll remind me if I forget. Alright? And it's your house, it's your details, but if you want, I had 2 little windows. So, same color, same brush, and to make a circle, parentheses and a parentheses. And you're saying, oh, but you're painting your window over your grass. Yep. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. It's all good. You guys seen houses with ivy growing up the side and how the window is just peeking through them. So it doesn't matter. And I'm going to go over here. Parentheses this way. Parentheses that way. Color it in. And if you didn't make your circle good when you color it in, you can fix it. You can make it a little bit better. It doesn't matter. You're probably going to have a gnome covering up most of it anyway. So, it doesn't matter. See that ding? That was somebody messaging me, and I can't answer them because I'm talking and hanging out with all you guys. Yeah. Yeah. So, is what it is. Is what it is. Doesn't it look like a little angry face or something? Doesn't it look like somebody going, whoa, that has like Chia Pet hair? That's what it looks like to me. We just made a dude with Chia Pet hair. Looking over a green table. See? Come to my paint parties. We make a dude with Chia Pet hair peeking over a green table. That's what's up. There he is. All right. Now you want to get out your medium fluffy. Thanks, Ash. That's what it reminded me of when I painted it, like a little Chia Pet dude. So, once you have that, there's Butters. You want to swirl, tap, dab a medium-sized fluffy. He was just so smaller than my big one. And mash, mash, mash. Get him nice and fluffy. Get him nice and fluffy. And you can have your trees any colors you want. Mine are blue and white. But it's your tree. You can make them any color you want. So, take the fluffy. Grab some white. Just on the edge, just a little bit. Grab some blue. Dab, dab, dab. Get those colors in your brush. And smush on your tree. So remember that branch you might have screwed up? Guess what? You get to cover it. So, and now you can just play with this. You can just grab blue and white and play around. You know, you can grab just blue. You can grab just white. Now, your fluffies don't follow along the branch. You don't follow along the whole branch with your fluffies. And you don't just put one at each tip and make cute tips. We don't do that. You just smush them here and there and everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. And you definitely smush them over that branch you screwed up. That's a given. That's a given. You definitely smush them over that branch. That is for sure. So if you messed up a branch, put fluffies over it. Put fluffies over it. That's all. That's all. And you're going to do this on both sides. So, again, fluffy, swirl, tap, dab. When you dab them, smush them all up. Blue and white paint. Dab it on the side of your palette. And just smush onto your canvas. That's all. That's all. That's all we're doing. And that branch you might have messed up, might have messed up, just put smushes over it. And these are very random. Very, what's that? Willy-nilly. How about that for a phrase? Very willy-nilly. And if you want to do your tree a different color, go for it. Doesn't matter to me. It's your tree. It's your tree. And don't worry, we're going to go back in and add some twigs later. So when you're putting these in, just make sure that, you know, you're leaving some branch. I know you can get carried away doing these smushies because they're a lot of fun. But make sure you leave some branches. You know, because it's a tree. Branches and trees are kind of like a thing that goes together. Kind of like peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really can't just have a big blue puff over here without showing a branch. Everybody be like, what is in the corner of your painting? I don't know. It's a big blue puff. That's what's in the corner of my painting. So, you just smush these wherever you want. Very random. That's all. And just like that, you've got a trees. Just like that. That's alright, Magna. We're going to add the branches in later, so you could always add some branches to it. Don't worry. I know, fluffing's fun, so we kind of get carried away. We kind of get carried away with the fluffing. But we'll just add some branches to it later, so don't you stress about it. Don't you stress about it. Alright? Wipe the globs off of Fluffy. Put them in your water. And it's a break time. Get your drinks. Go to the bathroom. Get a snack. Whatever you guys need to do. We're taking a break. We gotta let this dry so we could add our gnomes on top. And then we get to do all the cute little decorating gnome stuff. Yeah, I'm excited. So I will show the completed one during break. So if you want to take a screenshot, since I can't fit both on my counter at once, that's fine. And, you know, a couple of minutes, give everybody a chance, stretch it out. Cinder can check on her squirrels. Magna can take a drink. Iris can relax. Cynthia can tell us what's going on in Ontario. Jane can catch up because it's her first time painting. Ash can get to know us. Let's see. Sharu, if I'm saying that right, if you have any more questions, unless you were just somebody popping in to get info and popped right back out again. And if you're here, you're hanging. Nancy, tell us how you're feeling. So I'd like to hear about that. And take a break. Brushes in the water. I read your mind, Cinder. Alright, and I'll put the finished one up so you guys can look where we're going, alright? And you can get your ideas for your gnomes, too. Yeah, you guys want to laugh, so the vet gave me medicine for Butters. You know how I've done the parties before and he's been under my feet during the thunderstorms? So the vet gave me medicine to relax him, and I think his dose was a little high because he was a little bit of a loopy dog. It was the cutest thing. But he was a little too mellow, so I cut it in half, and he's doing good now. But no more shaking and no more tensing up or anything else. So he's doing really good during the storms now. In fact, he's sleeping. Aw, Nancy, that's too bad, sweetie. Well, we have our good days and we have our bad days, right? You and me both. You and me both. Well, Jane, what did you expect? You haven't painted in how long? How many years since you picked up a paintbrush? Yeah, he's afraid of the fireworks too. So he doesn't like thunderstorms or fireworks. Cut yourself a break, Jane. You haven't picked up a paintbrush in probably about 15, 20 years. Exactly. So I don't know, what were you expecting, Monet to come out of your fingertips? Yeah, Butters doesn't like thunder or lightning or fireworks, none of that stuff. And Jane was expecting Monet from her fingertips after picking up a paintbrush in forever. 30, 40 years, see? See, cut yourself a break, sweetheart. You'll get the hang of it. First, you got to get used to getting all messy again. You got to get used to getting paint all over yourself and having a messy palette. And not yet. It's not storming by me. Cinder said it's storming by her, but she's in Massachusetts. I don't know what kind of weather Ontario's getting or Iris is getting in New Hampshire. Tomorrow's supposed to hit us all day, though. It's really warm in Ontario, Ash. You're in Ontario too? Because Cynthia joined us and she's in Toronto. Wow, it's really hot by you, Nancy. Cynthia joined us and I think she said Toronto, if I remember correctly. And you're in Ontario? Oh, and you're near Toronto too. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, Cinder, we had storms this whole week. We had storms this whole week. Kingston, see? I forgot. I got it wrong, Cynthia. I'm telling you, I can't remember anything. I can remember stuff that happened 15 years ago, but I can't remember 2 minutes ago. Welcome to the family, guys. No, Canada, Jane. Yeah, Jane, you're going to have to get used to the mess. Nancy, if it's 100 degrees by you, no wonder your paints were drying up the other day. Excuse me. Because you want to play in your garden, Cinder. You want to play in your garden, that's why. I've had my house sealed up since April because of my allergies. Hi, Stephanie. You're from New Jersey, too? Hi, Steph. Welcome to the family, Steph. Welcome to the family. There you go. That happens too. Yeah, paints tend to dry out a lot when it's warmer out. Even when you have the air on and stuff, they still tend to dry out. So we have Jane is actually painting with us, getting used to being messy, washing her hands and the palette and whatnots. And Iris is missing her sister, but she's here. We got Megna on board. There's no Hamsini today. And there's no Chimay, but that's okay. And Cinder and Cynthia. I think Sharu just got the info and left. And we have Ash and Stephanie. How do you fix what? The paint getting dry? The paint drying out? Hi, Pat. We're taking a break right now. Pat, we have Canada in the house, Massachusetts in the house, New Hampshire in the house. So you can add the smallest amount of water to them, but you have to keep in mind that when you add a little bit of water, that if you keep adding water, you're going to wind up changing the paint to where when you put it on, you're going to be able to see through it. So you don't want to, you just add a little bit of water. Yes, it is an international party today for Double Trouble Tuesday. Alright guys, we should be good, so you let me know when you're ready. Stop messing with it, Megna. You gotta let it dry to fix it. You gotta let it dry, sweetie. And we're gonna add branches to it later, so just let it dry. Having your snack? Alright, so we're gonna swirl tap dab our mini-me. I did them with Big Boy, but I'm not gonna hurt you guys today. So take out mini-me. I did all my gnomes with Big Boy. Megna's here. Ooh, iced coffee. That sounds good. That sounds good. So, mini-me and white paint. So, the people who are new to our family, I do what we call mapping. And mapping is that with just white paint, we put our shapes on our canvas for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's easy to blend out. You can just add whatever colors in the background if you mess up. Number 2 is that when you put your colors on top of it, it'll pop. So, mini-me, white paint. And you're going to come over to the top of your house. And it's okay if tree branches are there. That's why we waited to let everything dry. So you shouldn't have been playing around with your canvas. Yeah, Pat spelt chow the other day in Italian as C-H-O-W. So, good luck, Megna. So, we're just going to start with mini-me. And you're going to come over here to the 2 little guys on top of the house. And you're going to put a curve this way. And another curve here. And this curve's going to become your hat. And you can just fill it in like a little Smurf hat. And this curve's going to become your hat. And as you fill it in, you can fix your shape. So that's why we do it in white. So you can fix your shapes. And you can, you know, but the more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get. So just be careful of that. And then you're going to come down from your 2 hats, and you're just going to put an arch on one side and an arch on the other. And fill those in. Alright, so that's going to be the 2 gnomes on our house. And then if you want to put the little pieces where their feet are going to be so you can see it better, you can do that. Right? Wipe off any globs you might have on your brush. Now, on the bottom of your canvas, you want to fit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, you're going to find your center where your door is, and the first 2 are on either side of that door. And it's up to you what hat shapes you want to give them. So, the guy over here, he's short and fat for mine. So, this guy's short and fat. So, his hat came up like this. Swoop. And then down like that. Swoop. And then an arch on this side and an arch on that side. And then his 2 little feet. And we can get out Big Boy and color them in with Big Boy if you want, or you can color them in with Mini-Me. It's up to you. I'm going to color them in white with Big Boy. Okay? This guy over here, this guy I call my GQ man, because he's looking all suave. with his nice trimmed beard. So he was over in this corner. And his hat comes up like this and curves down. Swoop. Swoop. Right? And then his beard was a triangle. And then a swoop this way and a swoop that way for his body and his 2 feet. Right, clean off the globs on your brush. Coming to this side of the door now. This one was my hipster, my little hippie dude. Of course it does, Pat. They all make swoop noises. Okay, so his hat's really high because he has the dude hanging up on top of it. So his hat went all the way up here. And it was a skinny one. It was a skinny one. And then his hair came out like that. And we had the little circle for his face. And his body. Mine are crooked. Mine's crooked, but make yours straight. If yours come, you know, you can fix it and make it straight. My stuff sometimes comes out crooked because I'm painting from the side. So, just make your guy straight. Mine came out crooked. That's right. And the last guy was over here. Swoop. So the last guy on the ground was over here. And his hat's facing in, everybody. And he had hair sticking out all over the place. And his little body. So, if you notice, my shapes aren't perfect, and they don't have to be, because when I fill them in with white, I'll fix them. That's all. And then the guy standing on top of the hat, and you put his 2 feet in. Swoop up from his feet, 2 little arches. Line for his hat going across. And then swoop a hat on him. Swoop! That's all. And now you just paint them in white. So you could paint them in white with Mini-Me. You could paint them in white with Big Boy. I'm going to use Big Boy. And as you're painting them in, you can fix your shapes. And you just want, whether Mini-Me or Big Boy, you just want to use the flat of that brush. You just want to use the flat of this brush and same with Mini-Me, he's flat too, and use the flat of that brush to do your edges. Okay? So, like I said, depends how comfortable you are with which brush. But you use the flat of the brush to do your edges. And if there's a shape you need to fix as you're filling it in, you could fix it. That's all. Nothing hard here. Nothing hard here. And make sure you don't have globs of paint on your brush. Just a little bit on the tip. That's all. And you just use the flat of that brush. See the flat of this brush to do inside my shapes. So just a little bit of white paint on the tip of my brush. And I'm just using the flat end of that brush, whether you're using tiny or big boy. And I'm staying inside my shapes I made. That's all. That's all. I'm not doing any colors right now. I'm just doing white to map out my shapes and to put a base so the colors pop, Sharu. I thought you left. I was asking you questions and you weren't here. Nope. Any way you want to fill them in. I was asking you questions, Sharu. You said before we are beginners. I was wondering who the we was. Who's we? Okay, what's your little one's name? Nice. Well, welcome, older son. Were you guys doing the two canvases together? Because I didn't know that. I would have showed you, I would have instructed, gave you instructions to do that. Or you just both painting your own? How old's your son, Sharu? Shivesh. I like that. Shivesh. Well, welcome, Shivesh. And welcome, Sharu. Welcome to our family. Welcome to our family. So, once you're done with that, Ashwath. Awesome. So, your 10-year-old's painting. Hi, Ashwath. Good job, sweetie. Magna's 10. Magnus 10. I'm sure he doesn't, Sharu. I'm sure he doesn't. Alright, so when you're done with that, you're going to take Mini-Me with a little bit of white paint. I'm sure he doesn't. And wherever you want to put your flowers that were, you know, like, see, I had the flowers on top of my house here. Wherever you want those, just put like a little white on your canvas where you're going to want those flowers, because this way the colors will pop for you. So I'm just putting a little white wherever I want those flowers to be. That's all. That's fine. I'm just letting you know when you're done with the gnomes to just put a couple little white spots where you want your flowers to be. That's all. That's all. So as you're filling them in is when you get to fix your shapes. That's why I always do our shapes in white first. I call it mapping, and we always do our shapes in white first. Right, Cinder? Like we did the little piggies that fly. Well, welcome to our family, Sharu. And welcome, Ash. And Stephanie's here, so we got a ton of new family members. Isn't that awesome? And Sharu, Ashwath might like Thursday. We do Thursday at 5, and I'm doing a rainbow tiger for Megna. That's it Thursdays. I always show like a little lesson on how to paint stuff. Either a style or a thing. Yep, that's how we did our piggies. We mapped them first. Always do our shapes first before we fill them in. This way we have plenty of opportunities to fix them. Yep, so that's Thursday at 5, and then Friday we do 7 o'clock. And this is your party. Everybody here is part of the family, and this is your party. So ask any questions you want. If I don't see it, somebody else will probably answer it, as you've seen. And anything you need, just let us know. Same for you, Stephanie. Same for you, Cynthia. Same for you, Ash. Iris has been here a couple times with us. Jane's watching. Nancy's watching. Alright, I'm also, by this Thursday, I'm going to have kits for sale. You can get it from Walmart too. If the Walmarts in your area have stuff available, the supply list is always on my event page. It's the same supplies every party. Every party. Same paint colors, same canvas, same brushes. Every single party I do is the same supplies. And thank you, Megan. Yes, I have a lot of previous videos posted on my page. Alright, you guys good with your gnomes? You good? You good? Thumbs up me. Let me know if you're good with doing your gnome shapes. I don't know where Sharu is, Jane. All right, I see thumbs ups. Okay. So, once you have your gnome shapes in, I want you to swirl, tap, dab, tiny. Swirl, tap, dab, tiny. And around the door, we have a detail and a stoop. So you're going to take that brown paint you made and add a little white to it. So we're just doing white and that brown paint. So you want to grab white and then grab that brown paint on tiny. And whatever piece of door is still hanging out, you just want to do little lines down to look like bricks around the door. So whatever piece of door you still have showing, you just want to do little lines. See, I'm just doing little lines. I put brown and white on my paintbrush, and you can just do little lines down. The more you go over them, the more it'll blend together. If you like the separation of the brown and white, you just hit it once and keep moving. Right? And then whatever piece of door you have hanging out on the bottom, you just want to go across and you just hold the brush against your canvas, nice and flat, and just pull. And you will get your straight line. Nice and flat against your canvas. Look, I'm pressing. And you just pull. Oh, glitter and stardust. That's right. Cinder's our glitter, our in-house glitter person. Cinder is our in-house glitter person. If you have any questions for glitter or rhinestones or anything, Cinder's the girl. Okay, so you're going to do that. And then you are going to take out tiny. So swirl, tap, dab, tiny. And with tiny, you're just going to grab some black paint or white. Depends how dark your windows are. So I'm going to grab white this time around because my windows are really dark. But if your windows are light colored, grab black. And tiny, you just put a little bit on the tip. You got to pay attention to how much paint is on tiny because otherwise it'll get lots of globs on it. And if you have globs on your brush, you're going to get globs on your painting. So with tiny, I'm just easy peasy. I'm going to outline my window. If your window's really, really dark, use white. If it's really, really a light colored window, then use black. So I'm just swooping around my window and outlining it. That's all I'm doing. And whatever piece of window showing on this side, I'm going to outline it. Okay, so if you notice, I just held the brush back here. I steadied my hand, my arm with my hand, and I just very easy swooped around. The slower you go, the harder it is. So just swoop around with your brush real quick like. And then in my windows, I have crosses. You guys can do whatever design you want. But see how fast I drew that? I literally put it on. See? And look, you got to pay attention because if I had painted with that, I would have made a mess. I would have made a mess. and a mess I don't want to have. So make sure there's no globs on your brush. And see how quickly I did that? You just pull. And the faster you go, the straighter it'll be. I guarantee it. If you think about it or try to go slow, it's going to be a wonky, messy line. And with the small brush, you just have to make sure that you keep filling it with paint. It's not a marker, so the harder you press doesn't mean it's going to fill, it's going to have more paint come out of it. And then with the same color, where the center of your door is, I had 2 windows. So there's my center of my door. And I put a window on this side. And I had a window on the other side. But like I said, your door, your cottage, you can have whatever you want. Hi, Linda. And if you had a spot, there's a doorknob, but my gnome's covering up where the doorknob would be. And I put a doorknob, so it's up to you. And then I just colored this in white so I could put color in it later. That's all. Nothing hard there, right? Nothing hard there. So, that's it. Do your little decorations. Pull off the globs on your brush. And you're going to grab your blue and your yellow. Or green if you had your green made. And where you had the markings for your flowers, you're just going to swoop your stems in. That's all. Watch for those globs on your brush. So if you're getting it globby, you can always roll the brush on your palette to get it to not be globby. And you just want to swoop in your flower stems. That's all. And I'm holding it like a pencil. Nothing hard here. Just careful, if you lean your hand, make sure you don't get all paint on here and it winds up being somewhere else. And if you want to give your flower stems a leaf, you can always give them a leaf. So you just hold tiny like a pencil, you make sure there's no globs on it, and you put all your little details in. That's what he's for. And then these guys are actually, oh, look, I had blue paint on the back of my brush. Don't ask me how I did that. Look, I just got blue paint all up in here because I had it on the back of my brush. Oh, good thing my tree's blue. Nothing a little finger rub won't fix. And my tree is blue. So, what I was trying to say is these two have a flower in the middle of them. So, you want to put your flower stem in between them two. And try not to smush your canvas with blue paint like I just did. And the next thing we're going to do is you could wipe that off your brush. You're going to dip into black paint. You're going to come into your trees. And again, I'm holding it like a pencil, and I just make sure there's no globs. And you're going to follow along those stems and just pull out to make your twigs. And as long as there's no globs on your brush, you should be fine. So, You just want to put little twigs in your tree. Wherever you want them to be. Okay, Magna, you can fix your tree now. Because it'll be dry and you can put the twigs in. So for the twigs, you just follow along. And you can make one branch in front of the fluffies if you want to make that back to being dark again. So we're just putting tiny little details in our trees. That's all we're doing. All we're doing. And you're just using tiny to do that. And if there's a branch where you went a little nutty with the fluffies, you can always just put that branch back in. You just follow along where it was. And all of a sudden, those fluffies go right behind it. That's all. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And you could just put a tiny little branch, even twig, without even anything being attached to it like this. You could just throw a twig in there. Doesn't matter. It's your tree. It's your tree. So, next thing we're going to do is color in our gnomes. And we're going to have a finished painting. Good job, guys. Good job. Right? Nothing hard here. Nothing hard here. Nothing hard here. Okay, so I made my gnomes rainbow. So it's up to you if you want them rainbow or if you want them all different colors. Like I said, your gnomes, your choices, all their little shoes are black. Their faces are peach. The flowers or whatever colors you want to make them. Okay, so it's up to you what colors you want your gnomes. And that's all you're doing. So just like you filled in the white, we're going to pick a color for a gnome. And we're going to color them in. So we're going to start with their hats. So the guy on top was green. So blue and yellow. I know, it's a good song. I have no idea. I'm on non-copyright music, so I have no idea what it is, but I like it. I like this song too. So this guy up here was green. So I'm going to grab blue, and I'm going to grab yellow, and I'm going to grab a little bit of white just on the tip of my brush. And I'm going to come in, and I'm going to color them in green. Now, if you want bold, 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 bright colors like my paintings, that's a few layers in. So If you like the dark, bold colors, when this dries, you'll have to throw another layer of color over it. So it's completely up to you. Alright, so all I did was take Big Boy and I colored in his hat. And then he's all beard with no clothes, so I don't have to worry about anything else. I can clean off my brush. So swirl, tap, dab your brush. Sorry, Magna. This guy was all yellow, so I'm going to grab clean white and yellow. Just on the tip. Follow along my lines using my brush, the flat. Color in his hat. And he was all beard, so I don't have to worry about his clothes. Now, I didn't do an orange gnome, but if you want to, you just add red to your brush now. But I didn't do an orange. I did blue, red, and purple. But if you want an orange one, you just add red to your brush now. That's all, and you can make one of them orange. So, I'm going to swirl, tap, dab my brush. And this guy was red, so I'm going to grab my red and some white. And like I said, if you want that bold pop, you'll have to go back in with just the color and do another coat. So I just grabbed some red and some white. And I'm coloring in his hat. And we're doing gnomes. We're coloring in gnomes. And we're giving them all bright, happy colors. And I love it. I love it. And see how I'm turning my brush to follow those lines. And I'm holding it nice and up close. So, that's what you need to do. I'm holding the brush up close to the tip. And I'm using the flat of the brush to follow all my white that I did before. And this guy's clothes were red, so we're going to fill in his clothes too. See, I'm holding my brush up close, and I'm pulling that big boy nice and flat, and I'm using those edges to fill mine in. Okay? Clean my brush. I clean my brush and I go to wipe it on the paper towel and I got all filled with paint again because my paper towels are all filled with paint. See? So, it's alright. You make messes when you're doing art. Make sure you have a clean piece of paper towel. See, everything I teach you guys is because I've screwed it up. So, clean my brush and wipe it on a clean piece of towel. And I'm going to grab my white and my blue. My white and my blue. And come over to this guy over here. And like I said, I'm holding my brush close. And I'm really just using that brush to follow my lines. Turning the brush. Doing a little curve thing with my fingers. And if a space is too small, then skip it and just go in with Mini-Me. We're going to be taking Mini-Me out for all the beards. So if you can't get into a space of the hat or the clothes with Big Boy, then just skip it. Because we're going to be taking Mini-Me out anyway. Okay. I know. Hi, Tammy. You got home from work? Aw, you're going to have to watch the replay if you want to paint gnomes. Yes, I use a lot of paper towels. A lot of paper towels, Cinder. Linda does too. Hi, Linda. Good to see you, love. So this guy was wearing clothes that you could see his clothes. So I'm going to put in his clothes. And like I said, I'm just holding the brush up close. Taking advantage of that flat edge. Gonna color in his clothes. Alright. And my last guy was purple. So I have the blue on my brush. So now I'm just gonna grab red with it. So I'm just gonna put red on my brush because I already had the blue. And I should get purple. I should. You never know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. So I'm going to do his hat. And you can see his clothes, so I'm going to do his clothes. Oh, you know what? We're doing a rainbow again, Megna, and we forgot the Skittles. We forgot the Skittles. Why do we always forget the Skittles when we're doing a rainbow? Alright. And you guys can say goodbye to Big Boy. We're done with him. Hi, Linda. Yes, great to see you, too. Yeah, Cinder uses a lot of paper towels. I use a lot of paper towels. Yes, Tammy, you can watch it tomorrow night. It's alright. Replays are always available. So, say goodnight to Big Boy. We are officially done with the big man. Then we're going to take out Mini-Me and Peach. If you're making your gnomes Peach, Peach is... look at my palette. How am I going to show you this, right? I need a clean space. Here. Right here. Alright, that's where I'm going with this. Peach. Yellow. Red. And white. Just like we did for our sky. You will get peach. Yellow. Red. And white. Okay? You will get peach. Alright? And then you could wipe off the globs on your brush. On clean paper towel. And let's see. So, we're just doing the faces for now. And then we'll go back and do the noses. So the face on this guy up here came out from under his hat, swooped around, came back up. One face, one gnome face. These guys were just noses. And they were black, so that's why I didn't do them with the rainbow colors. Because when I do the shoes, we can do them. This guy was a nose. Right under his hat. So, that's just a little semicircle right under his hat. He's just a nose showing. And he has two hands coming out from the side of his beard. Two hands. Hans. Yeah, Blickwork is good too. So, this guy has his nose, and he's got two Hans. One Han here, and one Han here. Two Hans. Alright, my little hippie guy. His face is coming down like that. My little hippie guy. Can you guys see that? Let me get closer, because my peach is really light. So the hippie guy, his face is coming down like this. Okay, and he's got two hands. Alright, so the hippie guy, his face filled up pretty much that whole circle you made. Okay? Okay, good. You can see it? Good. And our yellow dude is, I have to keep making more peach. You guys saw the little space that I had making it. Alright, so, the yellow guy, he was from one corner of the hat to the other corner. Just a swoop. Lots of swoops in these gnomes, right, Magna? Okay, so his is there. He doesn't have any hands. And my GQ gnome, he was from the bottom of his hat and around. Mr. GQ. Mr. GQ over here. And he has two hands in the front of his body. Alright. Like 3 more steps, guys, and we'll be all set. 3 more steps. Yeah, Blick Acrylic, Jerry's Artorama, even Amazon's been pretty good, so you guys are doing it. You're painting gnomes. You're doing it. Painting gnomes. Rainbow gnomes. We're gnoming around. And this is why Cinder loves me. Alright, back to Mini-Me. Back to Mini-Me. Mini-Me, black paint. Okay? You're going to come up here, and you're going to do your little guys' hats. Right? So just Mini-Me and black paint. So you can do his hats. Yes, I am. Proudly. Okay. And grab some black paint and we'll do his hat. So now you can see why I call Mini-Me our Crayola. Because literally we just use him to color. But he has a nice flat edge. Just like Big Boy. So we can get those nice flat lines. And you just have to pull him along and he works the same. Oh, Linda, you already know that too. Okay, so once you have those guys' hats, you're going to grab black paint and we're going to do everybody's shoes. So, just little circles, just little smush circles for shoes, that's it. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How are you doing, Jane? First time painting with us, and Iris, Cynthia, Sharu. Well, Sharu's not painting; she's watching with her kids. And Ash and Stephanie. How you guys doing? You hanging tough? You hanging tough? Okay. So now we're just taking this black paint and doing our shoes. Yeah, and Sharu, your son will probably love it. Megna's 10, and she has a great old time. Right, Megna? Jane's like, okay. Jane, 30 years since you picked up a paintbrush. 30 years. Cinder, that's always the way. You just think about where you're putting your glitter, girl. All good. You can watch the replay and catch up as usual. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we're just putting our shoes. We're just putting our shoes. That's all we're doing. Megna in the house. Mega's hanging tough. That's right. And she just did Taekwondo. So she's got you all licked. I wouldn't want to mess with Megna, boy. Where'd you put the glitter? Now I can't talk. Where'd you put the glitter, Cinder? Oh my goodness. I almost just said, where'd you put the glitter, Sitter? Where'd you put the glitter, Sitter? So, we are just putting our feet on. These gnomes were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, their gnomes are gonna walk all over you. Start walking, gnomes. Start walking. Oh yes, the glitter looked really pretty in the trees. So Cinder just put glitter in her trees, people. That's how she rolls. That's how she rolls. Alright, so we'll tap that Mini-Me. And we're gonna do some beards. We're gonna do some beards. And then we're gonna put all our fun little noses and faces. And we have our rainbow gnome garden. So, see, you guys looked at it, you thought I can never do that. And you did amazing. You did amazing. Yes, Cinder turned into Glinder and Glitter turned into Sitter. So where did you put the Glinder Sitter? Exactly. You guys got it. You guys got it. So, swirl tap, dab, mini me. Swirl tap, dab, mini me. And we're gonna do our yellow guy. Well, careful of your feet. Your feet are gonna be wet. So, do not do the guys where the beard's to the feet yet. Let's start with the guys where the beard's not to the feet. So, we'll start with our hipster dude, this guy. So, red paint. Red paint and the tiniest amount of white. Red and the tiniest amount of white. Okay? So, hipster. Just flick it out from his hat. That's all. Just flick it out from his hat. And that's our hipster dude. And he gets a goatee. He gets a goatee. So we're just putting a goatee on him. All right. Clean off your brush. Grab white and blue. So you want these beards and hair to be like a different color from your hats, you know what I mean? Like either darker or lighter. So as you're grabbing your colors, just try to get it to be a little different than the clothes, okay? So the blue and white, just a different shade. And he was flicking out this way from his hat. Okay, so you just put your brush down so you're careful around the nose, and then you just flick. So his flicked out to the sides, and we're just going to fill it in, doing all these little flicks. That's all. And I'm just playing around with the blue and white. That's all I'm doing. All I'm doing. And I'm just being careful around his nose. If you want to outline his nose first, you can do that, so then it's easier for you to just do the flicks, so you don't have to keep placing your brush careful like. Alright, so we're just flicking away. And if you want any of your flowers blue, paint them blue now. So if you want any of your flowers blue, paint them blue now. And it's just a X and then a cross. Okay, so if you want any of your flowers blue, it's an X And then across. Quick, easy peasy flower. This is my favorite part, the beards. The beards. Okay, clean off your brush. Pull out the globs. Swirl, tap, dab. Lots of cleaning because we're changing colors a lot. All right. You want to go to your two gnomes up top here, and you're going to just grab white. So you just want to grab white, and they're all beard. And if you want to make it a little bit of gray, you can, but I'm telling you, the smallest amount of black you could possibly get on your brush, okay? Because a little bit of black paint goes a long way. See that tiny amount I had? And look how dark it made my beard. So, and timing the different parts of the painting like I did, we can go and wind up painting over certain stuff because by working on different areas, those other spots dry. Okay, so when you're painting on your own, just make sure if you go to paint and something's behind it, like we did here, that this other section's dry first. Okay, so we put in their whole body beard like Cousin It from the Addams Family. And we're going to come over here and do the purple beard. He was my GQ guy, so his came out all nice and neat. His was all nice and neat. Nice and neat and trimmed. Mr. GQ Gnome over here. Our Richard Gere Gnome going on. Or our, who's another one? Oh, Russell Crowe. So, he was nice, neat little flicks. All right. And now we're going to do the ones that go near the feet because the feet are going to be dry now. See? So sometimes you have to adjust what you're painting when, just so you don't wind up mushing stuff. So, give your brush a good clean, and then we could do Mr. Yellow. Yellow and white. And we're going to finish up adding our noses and our flowers and our little eyes and smiles. And we got ourselves a gnome garden with the cutest gnomes ever. And you did it all by yourselves. See that? You're so good. You're so good. And remember, guys, I say this at the end of the other videos, too. If you're being hard on yourself and you're not liking what you're doing, close your eyes and remember how long you've been painting for, or how long it's been since you've painted. And when you open your eyes, appreciate the work you did, because painting like 10 paintings, that does not put you, I'm sorry, I love you, but it doesn't put you at expert level. Not painting in over 30 years, that doesn't put you at expert level. So, when you close your eyes and you remind yourself of how long you've actually been painting for, you'll see, just like I see in all of your work, what an amazing job you guys do. So, and also remember that me has been painting for 30 years. So, I've been painting a long time. Took a little hiatus in the 20s, but it's been about 30 years. Okay? So, green. This guy was fluffy. He was fluffy out from his face. So, you want to make sure this green doesn't blend in with the green on your house. Right? So just make sure that this green's different from the green on your house. Blue, white, and yellow. Blue, white, and yellow. Thanks, Magna. I think everybody does amazing. I don't want anybody to feel bad about their artwork, because you know what? I think it's amazing you guys are trying, and I think you guys do great stuff. So, and you should really appreciate that about yourselves. So, I'm just going to fill in my flowers while I'm giving all that a chance to dry. Again, a cross and an X. A cross and an X. Nice quick flowers. Whatever colors you want your flowers to be. Okay. And these two guys are fighting over a flower, so I'm going to give them a flower to fight over. I'm going to put white there first. See, they're fighting over a flower, so I'm going to put white there first. And then I'm going to grab that peach and give them a hand fighting over the stem of the flower. Okay? And now we can do our noses. So your noses, you just want to have a different color than your face if it's, you know, a nose on a face. Alright? So, I'm going to make my peach like almost close to white. His nose was right on his beard. Okay, so I made my peach pretty close to white. And his nose is on the beard. And this guy's nose is between his hair and his goatee. Magna, you're going to have to wait because you like to see the finished painting just to run ahead and get everything done and finished before I'm ready. So I'm going to wait to show you the finished painting because you always ask about 3 minutes before we're done so you can just fill everything in and scoot along. You can wait 2 seconds. I'm in the middle of showing something. So his nose is there. His nose is in the center of the face. You just follow what I'm doing. We're all going to finish together like a family. So, and his nose was in the center of his face. I know it's hard to see with my peaches going on here, but that's okay. You get the point. You get the point. And he was just one big nose. So, once we're done with that, clean your brush off. You can go in and color in that flower that they're fighting over. Whatever color you want that to be. And then we're just going to grab Tiny. And that's it, guys. You did it. So we're just going to grab Tiny. Yeah, I know, Cinder. So you have to do the different coats if you want really, really, really bright. So yeah, you need a good 3 coats to get them really bright. So, and we're on the last step, Megna. So we're just doing the little details, guys. So he had black paint and Tiny. There's 2 eyeballs there and a smile in his beard. These guys had smiles here. And we had 2 eyes and a smile here. And it's just Tiny. Just using Tiny for the little details. His smile was in his beard. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the noses on these guys. So, throw your noses in. My bad. I forgot the noses on the little guys. They can't smell nothing. He has a smile in his beard. And that's it. So, I forgot the noses on the little guys. And that is everything I need to show you. Now, when I painted this, I really, really wanted to get really extra and put in like fairies and put in, I had like all this stuff I wanted to add to this painting. But we would have been here till 10 o'clock at night. So, couldn't do that. Couldn't do that. So, you guys all did amazing. Thank you very much for joining me today. And I love you all. Free to watch. Gratuities appreciated. And Iris, thanks for joining us. I hope your sister has fun later painting. And Cynthia, Stephanie, Ash, Sharu, and of course Cinder and Megna and Jane and everyone else that usually paints with me. Thank you so much, family. I will stay on for a few minutes showing the finished painting, Megna, just so you guys can finish up. And everybody on the replay, thank you for watching, and see you on Thursday, 5 o'clock. Thirsty too, Magna. Alright, Cinder, that sounds good. Thank you so much for joining me. And I know everybody sends their... Yeah, guys, I put a spot on my event page to post your finished paintings. So when you're finished, I'd more than love to see them. And Cinder, you're not the only one. Everyone's been posting their painting. Like, I get paintings, like, from last week. You go, girl. Yeah, that's all you, sweetheart. That's all you. And they come out awesome. So, you got your blow dryer, you got your glitter, you got, I'm sure your work area is worse than mine. I'm sure it's messier. Well, maybe you have it just so. So, Magna, you finishing up now, sweetie? I caught you. I caught you wanting to finish. Because you did it to me a couple of times already, silly gooseberry. You're the cutest, Megna. That's because she's 10. So she turned around and a couple of parties already, she was like, hey, can I see the finished one? Bye, Megna, I love you. Yes, and the paint's everywhere. Jane, no. That is a no. Do not put your palette in the sink with wet paint on it. You will clog your pipes. Love you too, Megna. And Thursday you're going to get your tiger. So, I already know your little tricks. I know what you do. Now, Jane, scoop the excess paint out of it and put it in a Tupperware. I do Zoom parties, Megna. You gotta ask your parents. I do them. I do Zoom parties. Yep, I'm on Zoom. I do them. And you can have a special painting and a few of your friends. You leave it out and you let it dry on it. And then you peel it off. That's how you clean it, Jane. So you scoop out the excess paint with one of your brushes, put it in a Tupperware, and you leave the palette out to dry. And the paint will dry on it and you can peel it off. You're so welcome, Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to the family. Thank you. Yes, Megna, you'd have to ask your parents about that one, but I do them. Like I said, you gotta ask your parents, because those ones aren't just for free. And bye, sweetheart. Thanks for painting with me. I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you, Stephanie. Welcome to the family. Don't forget to post your picture and share with your friends. Bye, Megna. Thanks for your help today. You're going to put me out of a job. Cinder, she's going to put me out of a job. Nancy, she's going to put me out of a job. Ash, did you have fun with our Chia Pet Face House gnomes? And Sharu, when you get your supplies, you can watch any video you want. They're always, always, always on my business page. And if you have any questions, you can easily message me. Oh, and guys, the painting kits are going to be on sale. I'm going to post it Thursday. So, good, Ash. I'm glad you enjoyed it. She's going to put me out of a job, Cinder. Yes, she is. So glad you had fun. And I hope to see you again soon. Thursday at 5, Friday at 7. So, the event's posted for... Wait, no, I have to do that. They will be posted tonight for Friday. And the kits are coming out. So I have kits available. They're going to be officially for sale on Thursday. I don't have that many. So the first people to get in touch with me and leave a deposit will be able to purchase the kits. They come with a palette, 2 canvases, 5 resealable squeeze bottles of 3 ounces of my paint, all the brushes I use. So 5 brushes, including the 1-inch flat and all the fluffies and everything else. And an easel, canvas bag you can decorate. So they're going to be on sale. I'll have them posted Thursday. So if anybody sounds interested, they're $45, and then you'd be whatever the shipping cost is. So, and commercial. So glad you guys had fun. Thank you for joining me. For everybody on the replay, Christina, Tammy, Julie, thank you guys so much. Guys want to see Butters? He's sound asleep. I hope I was more exciting to you than to him. There he is. Lounging Duke. He's a little lounge puppy. Little good boy. Okay, so I'm still here for a few more minutes. I'm going to cut the video, probably in a couple minutes. So if you have any questions, just ask, okay? Yes, to get the bold color, Cinder, you have to do a couple of coats. It's white, the color with then the color you want with white, and then the actual color on top of it. So some of the paintings I show, it is like a 3-coat painting. My finished one I show, but that's why I always tell everybody that you'll need the extra coats if you really want the bold colors. But some people don't want the bold colors, so you know, it's their choice. If I had to do these videos and wait for everybody to put 3 coats of paint, though, I'd definitely be on here for a long time. So Jane, I use a sponge to scoop out my palette. Well, there's a lot of details tonight. That's why it was longer than my usual Double Trouble Tuesdays. It was longer than my usual Double Trouble Tuesdays. I try to keep them really easy peasy for the kids, but this one had a lot of little details, so that's why it took a little longer. Oh, I bet they do. I bet they do. I think for my painting kits, I'm going to give one of these sponges in the kit too, as a bonus present, because this is what I use to clean out my palette. And everyone's getting a palette just like mine, so I have to see how many of these I have in stock. Sounds good, Cinder. You have a great night, love. Thanks so much for joining me today. I always have fun. I always have fun. Yes, so I just use them to scoop out the paint out of my palette, and since everybody that orders a kit is getting one of my palettes that I use, it's literally my setup in a kit. I have to see if I have them. I think I'm going to throw everybody a sponge to be able to clean their palette out easier. I mean, you could do it with your brush, but, you know, then your brush gets filled with paint, so. Bye, Cinder. You have a great night. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching the replay. The link for the gratuities will be posted on the feed. I'll do that right now. Venmo or PayPal. You're so welcome, Iris. You're so welcome. Thank you so much for joining us again. And tell Christina I want to see her painting too. There's a spot in the event page to post them, okay? So So in the event page, you'll see a place and it says, let me see your paintings. So that's where you can share them nice and easy. All right, good night. Good night, everybody. Love you all. See you soon, fam. See you soon.